Hi, I'm Dylan. Welcome. I'm a photographer and artist based in the US and a huge lover of life and light. Now, if you saw my first video, you saw me out trying to photograph a barn in the frozen winter time and the high winds. Now, I'm really pleased with the photographs that were created in it. Some are pretty abstract with the soil and the snow. But if you watch the video, you saw the winds basically face plant my camera into the hard surface of the road, the frozen road. Unfortunately, my camera didn't make it, but that kind of forced me to make a decision to purchase an upgraded camera that I've been looking at for a few years. So I decided to buy a new full-frame Canon camera, and I bought a tripod and also a filter system. I've never used a filter system in the nearly 20 years I've been photographing. So there was a lot to learn between the new tripod, the new camera, and the new filter system. And it was kind of expensive too. I mean, not kind of, it was expensive. I'm pretty frugal usually, and I usually take my gear purchases, I have to really think them out over time. So there was a lot of there's a lot I didn't know about my new gear, and there was a lot of intimidation because of that, because it's newer gear. It's a lot of features buried in there. And there was also the cost factor. You kind of be hesitant to use gear that costs more in extreme conditions. So with these mental blocks that are kind of self-created, I decided that because that it was towards the beginning of the new year, I bought the new camera at the end of December, that maybe it'd be best if I do a one-a-day project for 365 in order to learn my camera gear, to get over those mental hurdles, and so that I could be comfortable in the field at a future time and date. And so I decided to pick a location that I knew that I could get to fairly reasonably every single day, and I decided also to shoot in the same direction every single day. So this eliminated the search for compositions and just allowed me to focus on making adjustments with the camera as a tool, depending on what the light was throwing at me. Now, I was shooting outdoors, so I had variability of the seasons, variability of precipitation, of clouds, time of day. If I didn't make it during the day and I had to get there a little after dusk, presented its little challenges there, but that was good to learn on those. And I'm proud to say that I only missed a few days in the fall because I was literally away from the area, but I got right back into it and actually carried a little bit into January as well. And looking back, the project was a success. Now, not every photograph was a signature-worthy piece. There's only actually a couple that I'm really proud of and really liked, but in general, I learned my camera and my gear, and that's what I set out to do. I can now, because of this project, I can go out in the field and make adjustments as the composition changes in front of me or how I want to change it, without really thinking about the tools that are in my hand. I guess maybe that's how a musician feels when they grab an instrument and they can just play. They can play something a little more challenging maybe because they have spent the time, and they continue to spend the time practicing their tool and their craft. And I think that as a photographer, it's important to do that. As an artist, it's important to do that. But any skill or thing you want to accomplish in life, just keep practicing. Set yourself projects that's going to force you to practice. So that way you can just continue getting better. And you don't have to focus on the end results, because your end results are just going to keep getting better because you have been practicing your tools. You have been practicing your craft. And I think that's often overlooked, but it's very important. So with that, I want to thank you for watching this video, and I'm going to leave you with the slideshow of my one-a-day photograph for a year. And until next time, thank you and enjoy.